I'm going to show you guys what little project we're going to be doing this springtime. Here we're going to be doing a little outside deck. It'll be 10 feet by 11 feet. I mean, I could push it out to 12, but it'll get really into the grass, and we plan to play cornhole out here, so I don't want to take away footage from out here. So, and it'll also be coming over here, wrapping around up to where the metal rods are at. That's where the deck will actually peer out that way. So it should be a nice little roundabout in this area. I guess that the longest part is right about here. A straight shot going back there to that rod. Right there. That'll probably be about 15 feet. So it'll come out about 15 feet. I plan to have about an inch, about a half an inch overhang. So basically, even though it is going to be 10 by 11, it'll be really like 11, maybe 12 almost. No, 11 2 inches. With a little lip coming over there, a little lip over here. Also going side to side. It's supposed to be 10, but it'll really be more like 10 and 2 inches. So that way it'll overhang and almost look like it's getting closer to the little garden we got going over here. Give it that little floating platform kind of look a little bit, I guess. It's gonna be ground level. I'll probably get some of these right here and put those down wherever the wood makes contact, so that way it's not sitting on the dirt. It'll be fun. I kind of got the framing already in mind. All I need to do is just possibly maybe go get the wood tomorrow and just start the framing little by little every day. Something to keep in mind is I don't like to get all the wood all in one day, because I know for a fact I can't finish this all in one day. So most likely what I'll end up doing is I'll get the framing portion of it first, all one day, work on it the next day possibly, and start throwing it down, or maybe even go tomorrow morning, get all the framing wood and start framing it out, and then be done. So that way it doesn't warp on me. I hate it when you have it sit there, especially with the weather right now being kind of a coldish, wet feel because of the snow. And then once I get that laid out, then I'll go back another day and pick up all the wood deck that going to go on top, and then start framing that as well. Start putting that down. I'm a firm believer of don't get the wood if you're not going to work on it for a while. It's more convenient to go to the store and get it all in one shot, so that we don't have to make a second trip. But in reality, we all know it never works out right, and we're always going to make a second trip to go get either more screws or more something or the other. So just break up the project into smaller projects, so that way you can not avoid your wood going bad at that time. And you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna end up going back anyway. So it'll be fun. All right, and so it begins. Now I do recommend this little tool right here when you're carrying long pieces of wood. I've been using it for a couple years now. It is awesome. I've carried 16 footers. These are 12 foot long, 2x6, but you can use them for 16 footers. It works great. It's just hooks up straight to the bottom right there. And it comes in sectionals, so you just pull these off and pull the pin out. So you can break it apart and put it underneath your truck seat or wherever, easy to store. These also slide off. The whole thing slides off. So great thing. Just comes in little pieces. I think I paid like 80 bucks for it, but well worth the money, rather than having to go get an actual trailer for this. So we're gonna start the build project. I think I got nine 6 2x6 by 12 foot long and 2x6, and I got 8 2x6 by 10 foot long. The reason why is because I'm gonna have to use them for the extras. Now the 12s will be coming. I've laid it down right now just to see what kind of distance I'm gonna have, but the 12s will be coming straight down this way. And although the deck's going to be 11, because I really don't want to add an extra foot here, because like I said, I'll be eating up some of this turf. I'll probably be putting up to here. What I think I'm just going to do is I'm going to cut it at 11 feet, which is great though, because when I start to throw down the wood going across the decking, it doesn't have to be that long. Basically, I'll still probably have to get the 11 footers, and then because it's going to have at least, I'm going to try to see if I can put about an inch overlap on each side and an inch overhang here too when I put it together. All right, so pretty much leveled it off. I put some pavers down to make sure that it's level. Put them on the corners and use this little to check that it's level. So it's slightly off, but then I don't have it right on the corner. I had to give myself some room so I could use some screws to screw it in. They say you should always screw in at least every 2 inches. So I'm using 3 screws, and I'm using these kind of screws right here. Only reason why is they're galvanized, so the weather won't affect them too much. They won't rust out, and they'll last a lot longer. So normally you could use some brackets. They're little metal brackets that go underneath the wood, and they'll hold it on. But I don't feel like spending that much money just for a deck that's going to be sitting on the ground. So pretty much got it. Right now it's over 12 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on. This is 120 inches. They say to put in on center every 16 inches to put a truss going through, but because it's 120 inches, I put it at every 15 instead, because I'm right here at the middle at 5 feet, and all of a sudden then I just kind of like went from there till I found it evenly divided, and it's basically 15 inches each side. I mean, I could have gone with less trusses, and which would have, but then I would have had to separate it about 20 inches in between each, and I'd rather have it more sturdy than less sturdy. Plus I already bought the wood, and like I said, I always buy just what I'm going to use for today. So this is what I'm planning to use for today, just to make the frame. I want to build a box frame today, and hopefully be able to even get the little cutouts like that, but I'm gonna have to also level these off. The hardest part is leveling off these damn pavers to get it to where it's almost even, like that's not even under the ground, and then this one's pretty much buried, so that way it'll be even. And I'm gonna probably have to dig that one up or bury that one down, probably even take a little bit of the dirt off and shove it down this way, since it could be used over there and over here too as well. I got more pavers that I'm going to be using over there. I'll be using some in the middle here too as well later on as I keep going. On hand, but basically they say when you're looking down your wood, you want the wood's always got somewhat like a little arch sometimes, so you'll look down it and you should be able to see the arch. I already confirmed it. It'll be hard to do it with one hand, but so see how that kind of dips a little bit, and then the other side kind of, it's got like a little slight of an arch. So you want to use that. The arch wants to be on top. You always want that on top, so that way when people walk on it and stuff like that, it could possibly press it down. But also the thing is though that it won't gather the water on top of your deck as well. So this is what I mean by 15 inches on center. Normally construction, when you're doing flooring, it's 16 inches, but like I said, I made it 15. Just really nailed in the first one. So one thing to keep in mind is that I didn't do it on this one over here, but sometimes you could screw in the wood and you accidentally will twist it and screw it in. And you really won't notice until you start to put it in on the other end. So what's a good practice is, like I said, this is 15 inches on center. I went 3/4, and then I just used my my square here and made a quick line down the center. So now when I screw in my other piece of wood, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking, this is probably better, I'm going to be looking for these little lines here. So that way I know I'm staying on center when I'm screwing it in. And like I said, to make up for the fact that I didn't put lines like I did on this one, I just put my L there to make sure that the wood's straight up and down. And because I only put one screw in, I can twist it if I want to. There it goes, see? Pretty flat.